All right, so this is a class review video for December 2nd. As it turned out, I thought I was recording on my iPad. I think I was actually, but maybe it got too long. It didn't save in any event. So here are the hands we went through. We're talking about support doubles. They begin an awful lot like our new minor forcing hands, in which we opener opens and then his partner bids a major, the ambiguous major. Okay. What changes is that East will get into the auction. Okay. When fourth seat gets into the auction, we get some extra bids. Right. We can bid two spades. We had that before. We can pass with a weak hand. No reason to advance it. And we can also double. Okay. And what we're talking about using with here is the support double. The support double is only made by the opener, the person who first bids, and is only made on his immediate rebid. Once this bid happens, it's gone. Okay, so if I bid anything else here, there will never be a support double in this hand. The opponents can never make a support double because they overcalled. Okay, and my partner cannot make a support double because we're not worried about, he knows how many hearts he has, right? He doesn't need to show a double. So opener makes the support double. He only makes it on his rebid. So basically the fifth call in the auction. Now what the double shows is 3 hearts. With 4 hearts, we would simply raise, correct? We'd raise to the 2 level with a minimum hand, the 3 level with an invitational hand, and 4 if we had a maximum hand. The support double stops everything in its tracks to say, oh, by the way, I have 3 hearts. Okay. Now at this point, North knows more about the hand than anybody else sitting at the table, and he can kind of decide where to go. The continuations are really simple. With a minimum hand, he bids 2 hearts or anything below 2 hearts. For instance, with 4 hearts and a spade stopper and a minimum hand here, he might bid 1 no trump. Okay, so anything under 2 hearts is showing a minimum hand. And generally speaking, unless we have a maximum hand, right, a hand that can go to game opposite a minimum hand, this is the end of the auction. Okay, and here they try to buy the contract with 2 spades. My partner didn't bid 3 hearts. It's quite up to me to kind of decide what to do. I can double again. Then double probably suggests we should play in hearts or diamonds. Yeah, I think it does. It says biddable spades, so I guess there's a risk it gets left in. It does. I don't know if we're beating it or not. Let's move on to the next one. Same setup again, right? This is a minimum 8-10, 14-point hand. A little sloppy, but it's going to need some help. Maybe king of hearts or king to go along with one of these minor queens, king of spades. But anyways, I open it a diamond. We get the major, right? The ambiguous major. We get a 2 level overcall. Over 2, there is absolutely no problem using a double, a support double. Okay, do we have another bid here? We don't want to bid 2 no trump. 2 no trump would simply promise too many points. Right? We can't. 1 no trump is gone, and we really don't have a second suit. So it seems like a support double is a perfect idea here. Partner must have 5. He likes the heart suit, and he has raised it. Okay. When he raises it like this, it's very intuitive. It's just natural bidding. He would bid 2 with a minimum. He'd probably bid game with an opening hand or better, and of course with an invitational hand he bids 3 hearts. So he's got some points. I'm going to assume that they're going to fit in with some of these queens someplace, and I'm going to go ahead and bid 4 hearts. Well, he's got a king or 2. He's got 2. 1 to go with the clubs and 1 to go with the hearts. He also had 6 hearts. This should be a pretty good contract. So on this auction, the key was that that partner made an invitational bid. Okay, so the response hand, notice how the response hand is sort of in control, but that control was just enough to invite. And I guess we're going to have to let this play out. Also on this hand, we used a support double over a 2-level bid, 2 clubs, right? Which meant our partner could sign off at the 2 level if he was minimum. Hold on to that thought. A little while later here, I have a hand. In fact, let's look at it right now. This came up this morning, and I thought it was a nice hand to have had. At class, we didn't though. 13 points, and I have a 6-card club suit. I got a 4-card spade suit. And of course, my partner bids the hearts. Now, I could, if I bid spades here, I'm showing a much stronger hand. Right? If I bid clubs again, I'm showing a much stronger hand. And really, the only bid I have seems to be to double. Can I double here to show 3 hearts? And the answer is no. Right? Because my partner, if hearts was the wrong suit, would have to support my clubs at the 4 level. So we're kind of in a bad space here. I don't have the biddable diamonds a double would promise here against the robot. And anything else I bid here is just too strong. So I'm going to have to pass and leave it up to my partner to do something. And I'm stuck for a lead as well. Now maybe if I doubled, my partner would have left it in. As it turns out, this hand does not go well for the opponents. I'm going to leave the unsupported ace, hoping there's a king in my partner's hand. And he had king jack. We know he has 4 of them at least. He could have 5. 5 would mean that they were split 5-3-2, 5-3-3-2, which means that East would be out. It's over to me. I don't see any problem with forcing East to rough one time. I'm going to duck this one time. I don't think it really matters in the long run, but I like him being on that side. And that's probably, I went with the 9, but I would bet that that is a, that he had a doubleton there. And we get our rough in clubs. I think yells, well, we get a diamond, and yeah, so if I had doubled there, they probably would have gone down bad. So let him get away with stealing that hand. Did we have anything? Well, we had a heart fit, and we looks like we lose 1 spade, and we can catch the queen of hearts. So they stole that one from us. I don't know who to blame. Anyway, so you can see that we can't, the point of it is, though, that we can't use the invitation, the support double at the 3 level. A minimum balanced hand without a 5-card major. I start with a diamond. My partner bids a spade. Now, this one we can use new minor forcing on if my partner's strong enough, right? Because they didn't intervene. But see how the auction is really similar, except for East comes into it. Right now here I can show what I have: 3, 6, 6, 12. I can show a minimum hand with 3 spades, and he bids 3 clubs as some kind of forcing the no trump, so he's a little worried about diamonds. So he's got an opening hand. I'll bid 3 no trump, and I've pretty much shown him my hand here, right? Could have maybe bid 3 hearts, and he chooses to bid the spades. All right, so let's see if I can shortcut this. We'll do a quick re-deal and do the next one. So it looks a lot like the ambiguous minor, right? I mean the ambiguous major auctions that we learned new minor forcing for, except that East comes in. Right? So we're starting to recognize where we have this problem, where we're looking for a fit in a suit that belongs to the robot. Minimum balanced, opening 1 club, intending to bid 1 no trump, right? And we get a spade bid. Now here we have a 2-level overcall at 2 hearts, which means partner can still sign off at 2 spades if I double. If he had opened a heart and East had bid 2 spades, right? It had been 1 club pass 1 heart, 1 heart, 1 spade, or 1 heart, 2 spades, an aggressive overcall, then I need to be a little bit stronger, right? Because if I'm going to force him to sign off at the 3 level, I should have the points to support it. So a lot of people will play that this is the highest that you can use to support double over. I tend to say you can play it over 2 hearts or 2 spades, but you have to be mindful of the fact that if you're forcing your partner to bid his heart suit at the 3 level, you need to have some adequate support for him to be there. So extras. But here, a sport double, right? And he goes straight to game. So he had a maximum here. Right? So he had the 5, he had a nice big void, and this should have no problems making. So with a maximum, we saw how one time he went to 2 level, one time he goes to the 3 level, and this one he goes to the 4 level, right? So this is all good. Like I said, the continuations over sport doubles are really simple, and that's why I think more people, they kind of, once they start recognizing the problems, it makes sense to play them, right? It's a great way to find a fit. So 6, 9, 4, 13 on diamond. We get a double and then a heart bid and then a spade bid. Now, we should just ignore whatever West bids. It doesn't matter that he bid, right? We still have the support double available to us, assuming that's what we want to do. Right? We have a balanced hand. Does 1 no trump make sense here? If we bid 1 no trump, we have a spade stopper. The spades are probably 3-2, unless he happens to have 5 of them. Okay, so it doesn't seem like that. Seems like it's real possible that we could make 1 no trump here. Certainly the hearts will bid just as easy. And let's see what happens if I use 1 no trump here. We passes out. Right? And we get a couple spades, and if we can set up the hearts, we get at least 4 of those. That's 6, and then we got the ace of diamonds, so that's 7. So maybe we can make more in 1 no trump, and certainly nothing stops partner from bidding on if he doesn't like the idea. Point is that a support double, your agreement to play support doubles, doesn't mean you have to use it every possible time that it comes up. There may be situations where you think it is better if the partnership plays in 1 no trump, especially at match points where that extra 10 points can, for making 120 instead of 110 can make a huge difference. So we have 6, 9, 4, 13. Yeah. Balanced 4, 3, 3 hand. We open a diamond. Double, 1 heart, 1 spade. This is the hand we just played. I think it is. Go on. The next one. A little under the weather today, sorry. 6, 8, 9, 10, 12. 12 points, balance minimum, a 4-card heart suit. We open a diamond or a club, and we get a spade bid, and then the double. Now, it doesn't matter whether East calls a suit or he bids double. The only time that you can't use the support double is when he bids one no trump. Okay, because then double becomes penalty. So here, we'll use this. We'll use what we call a support redouble. Right? He doubles, we redouble. But says the same thing. Hey, we have 3 spades, and our partner jumps straight to 4 spades with his hand. And let's see what he has for that bid. He has 7, 10, 11, 12, 13 with a diamond void, right, in their suit. Right? So a pretty clear bid of 4 spades on that one. As you can, these hands teaching them might seem sort of repetitive, but that's because, in a sense, they are so, it's pretty easy to tell when you want to use one. It's pretty easy once the flag goes up that your partner has bid the ambiguous major. They're pretty easy to use. 3, 4, 5, 9, 10, 13 points, a balanced 13 points. We bid a club to start, and 2 hard bid comes in at the 2 level. Don't really want to play no trump with that, and we can just double. Maybe we get a heart trick, and we end up in 4 spades, so another maximum by our partner. Let me just take a quick look. Someone remind me that I can do this next time we have a robot in the north instead of having to sit and watch him play. Right? But he's got what? He's got a void in clubs, no, void in spade, hearts, void in hearts, their suit. It makes his hand even stronger. He's got 8, 10, 11, 12, 13. If you count that void for something, that's a pretty darn good hand. 6, 9, 4, 13. Open a diamond, intending to bid 1 no trump, right? If our partner bids a major, tending to bid 1 no trump pretty much no matter what he bids. Get a double in west, and then once again east bids a spade. Not really thinking that we want to play 1 no trump there, but it's certainly an option. We have a spade stopper. Got a lot of small cards though, so the texture is not really good. So let's double. Partner had a minimum hand. All right. Partner has a minimum hand. He takes 2 hearts. He may only have 4 here. You can't fear the 4-3 fit. It's a thing that happens, and you got to get competent at playing a 4-3 fit. So I'll pass it. I have a minimum hand. He showed me a minimum hand. Obviously, that's what we want to do. It's a east-west hand. All right, so got a good hand this time, right? 8, 11, 16, 19-point hand, right? This is a hand we open a minor intending to bid 2 no trump, and instead we get a 2 club bid in east. So we have a choice here, right? We could bid 2 no trump, which will show points, or we can bid a support double, looking for a fit in spades. And the odd thing here is that we're really not bidding our own hand this time. The question is, well, we have 3 clubs, and East has made a club overcall at the 2 level. which a lot of times people will want 6 of them. I always want 6 of them to do that, 6 and 10 points. So, diamonds, I mean, the club suit are going to be short in north and west. So we're sort of bidding, we don't know the distribution on North's hand. And if he has a highly distributive hand, he might rather be in spades. I don't know if we have it. If he happens to have 6 spades, he might like knowing he has 9 trump. So I could go either way on this, but I'm going to double here. Let's see what happens. If we double, we'll find a fit. We'll get to force. We'll start a slam auction. If I start with 2 no trump, he shows me extra spades, right? This is basically, it's all but forcing for me. Where he could have 6 points, but am I going to pass? I don't know. So he likes his suit. We got 9 of them, and with 9 spades, I would probably just bid 4 spades here. Now, if he goes on, I don't know. Let's back up though and see what happens if we use the sport double. And he finds out that he has 9 trump. A diamond, double, sport double showing 3 spades, jumps straight to 4 spades. So now we know that he's thinks he can make 10 tricks across from us. He could have, we've got 19, there's 10 in east, that's 29. So there's only 11 points out there. So you got to figure that this is a lot of distribution. For us to make a slam on his 11 points, we're probably going to need King of Hearts, Ace of Clubs, or King of Hearts, Queen of Hearts, Ace of Diamonds. We can check by using RKC. And he comes back and he says he has 1 key card. If you don't play key cards regularly, they are the aces and the king of trump, so the king of spades. We know we have the king of spades, so we know that this is either the ace of diamonds or the ace of clubs. You can find out about the queen of trump by simply bidding one above the response to the for no trump. And here he says, "I'm sorry, I don't have the queen." So we have a we're not going to go on because we're missing a key card, missing the queen, and we'll pass. Okay. And that's, we see that he didn't have many points, which we could figure by looking at the fact that East had overcall, and he had a lot of distribution. Let's get rid of that one. And let's do this one. All right, so 7, 8, 9, 5, 14 points. Not a balanced hand this time. I start with clubs. Remember, sport doubles are not mandatory. So here we get the ambiguous major. I have a spade suit, which I could certainly bid. All right? And I would be showing, in this case, a unbalanced hand with clubs and spades, and doesn't deny 3 hearts. Or I could use a sport double to make this. I'm going to go ahead and show the nature of my hand. When he jumps to 3 hearts, right, he's basically invitational. It's not forcing. It's an invitational bid, and he has 6 hearts. And now we're looking really good. Right? If he has the top hearts and the ace of clubs, there's a really good chance we're making slam on this. Okay, so I'm definitely going to accept this invitation, but I'm a little confused on how to do it with the robots. And I fear that if I bid 4 hearts, he'll simply pass. And I would like to look just a little harder because all I'm looking for is let's see how many I got. 1 key card. I guess I'm looking for 3 key cards. Is that too much to ask for? Ace, king of hearts is 7, and the ace of clubs is, or the ace of diamonds. And I don't think, they're not going to let me do anything except bid 4 spades or 4 no trump. So let's call it 4 spades. If he goes on, he goes on. Had a diamond loser and the ace of hearts loser, so it was a little bit too much to ask him. All right. We ended up in the wrong suit. I bid the wrong one. Sorry, that should be 4 hearts and he should be playing it. I bid the wrong one. We won't go back and correct it though. Look at the next one. So on that last one, we end up in his suit, right? Because even though I used 1 spade, even though instead of using the sport double, I used 1 spade, I felt that showed my distribution better. Remember, and I recommend that on most auctions where you're balanced, that I don't recommend showing the spades. I think you just go to 1 no trump if you're a balanced minimum. If you bid the spades over a heart, then partner gets the idea real quick that you're probably 5-4 at least in the minor and the spades. And he can always go on like he did there if he has something interesting. So I'm going to pass this time. Most of these hands are from robot games. Here is this hand actually is illustrating something we're going to get to soon called the negative double. Not quite sure why it's in this hand. So, maybe I know. So, anyways, with a negative double, you double in the 3rd seat, responder seat, to show that you can play the other suits. Now, think of it as a photographic negative, right? Everything is inverted. Over a heart, though, we definitely want to have 4 spades. His partner can go straight to game in spades if you double here, and he happens to have 4 spades. Okay, so if you have 5 spades, the rule is then you just simply bid your spades. But you also do it when you're very weak. You would double as well. But here, and we'll get to that next week, here, basically I have a bid of 1 spade available to me to show my hand. And partner doubles. Now notice that in this situation where I have 5, he is going ahead and doubling. And he's not treating the 1 no trump as a penalty level. Why does he, if I've shown him 5, why does he need to use a support double to show 3? Well, it's kind of nice, right, for me to know whether I have an 8-card or 9-card fit. And how would I know if he had a 9-card fit? He would just bid spades with 4. So he's basically using the same idea for the support double, right, which it shows 3, and he could raise with 4, except we're doing this with knowledge already that there is in fact a spade fit. Right? Now I'm weak, and I'm really not going to show him, not going to encourage him, and I'll bid a spade. Now notice that this is not a penalty double, and why is that? Well, in the other auctions that we've had, the 1 no trump was actually showing a strong hand. Here it's not, right? And that's why this remains a support double. We get doubled at 2 spades, and they may try to steal this hand from us. And they are trying to, and I don't really want to play clubs. My partner's suit, I might just throw up a double here. See what he does with this. He wants us back in spades. All right. And a little sloppy, might be tough. Okay, let's just look at a couple more. Here's one that came up that I've always liked. Is this the one? Yeah, no, this is not it. It's coming up still. So 5, 10, 14, right? Long diamonds, and I start with the diamonds, right? I'm intending to rebid my diamonds. And we get to a situation where I can use a support double. So, support double for the possible fit in spades, or rebid my diamonds at the 3 level. Well, first of all, I'm not sure I have the strength to rebid 3 diamonds, right? We're looking to have an invitational hand or better for that bid. And I don't think I have it. Although I do have the stiff in their suit. So that's one possibility. But we're always about the major games, right? So let's find out if we have a fit by using a double. And partner does not bid over 3 hearts. So he's either weak or he doesn't have 5 spades. right? And so we kind of are stuck in this position. Maybe a double again. I'm not sure. Yeah. 14 points and he might have 7. They're at the 3 level. Maybe we should be beating it. Yeah, but we'll pass that one. See what they have. So we passed. Go away. And they did have 5 spades, but look, they have 5, 6 points. So we could have overcalled 3 spades, but I think that's on him. I don't know. I probably could have done it as well, or doubled to see what he did. He might have put us then back into spades. So the interesting thing about one difference between this and the new minor forcing work that we've done is these are hands that involve competitive auctions, right? So we get into some issues about when to balance and when to double for penalty, all sorts of things. Okay, let's just do one more. Oh, actually, let's see. This one's interesting. So, diamond and north, and I have hearts and spades, so I have 6 points. So I'll start with a heart, and we get a 1 no trump. Now notice this 1 no trump here, right? The points are 15 to 17. So this double becomes a penalty double, unlike the hand before where 1 no trump was simply a response bid. So this double by my partner is penalty, and I would assume that they have a big hand here. They're not telling me they have 3 sport. They're saying we can whack this thing. Right? And so let's see what we can do, just for fun. My diminished state right here. Ace of spades, if he's going to be leading ace king of spades, we probably want to encourage him. I want to keep the 10 over the 9-8 though. Switches to, okay, it's a robot lead, wasn't it? It was. That ace of spades was not showing what we think it does. So I win the diamond, and he switched to diamonds, and diamonds will be his suit. This got to get used to playing with robots. And so now he's got, that's 8. And with a real partner, I would show something. With robots, I tend to just throw away suits where I don't think I'm going to win anything. Clubs here. And the queen of diamonds comes down, and now I suspect he's in trouble. He's going to get a trick here, and my partner, who has a lot of points, just has to get back in. And there it is. Okay, so a penalty double. Now I picked this hand up at a table. It's a regular table in the morning on the bill, and we didn't get the double there. Okay. And suspect we're all played out at this point. No, we're not. You have to give me yet one more. And we got the spade on top of it. So, 300. So better than any part score we could have managed, certainly. Anyway, so that will cover the support doubles. And I encourage you to use them. And with your partner, there's a couple things, especially if you're just sitting down with a new partner and you agree to play sport doubles. Check the level. How high will you go? Okay, will we bid? Will we use a sport double over a 2-spade bid? Is what it comes down to. The other thing to check is whether people will use them over a minor suit to show 3 for partner's minor. I think the robot used to do that. I haven't seen it recently, but my memory is they play it that way. But most people won't. So figure that it's not on there. All right. And other than that, it's as straightforward a gadget as you can find, and it solves the real problem. Okay. They're not mandatory even if you agree to play them. If you see a situation where you think you should be bidding something else, feel free to do it. Right? It doesn't deny having 3 if you do that. All right. So I hope this movie sticks into memory, and we can move on next week to negative doubles.